Hi everyone, let's go do a food shop at Iceland. About once a month I pop into Iceland and I pick up stuff for the freezer and for snacks. Sometimes I do get a home delivery, but quite often I prefer to go in store. A lot of people say when I do these videos you should do it online because they have the 5 for £5, 10 for £10, but they have very similar offers in store. I believe they do some that are online exclusives and then some that are in-store exclusives. So jumping straight into it, here is the 8 for £10. We all know that farm foods do 10 for £10 and their range is a lot more. They have so much more to choose from. That paired up with the fact you can see here that the freezer is pretty empty. There wasn't as much choice as there usually is. They have put some extra bits in there, so they had some McCain's Vibes, and I've not seen those in there before. I didn't pick any up. Every time we've got something like that, the kids aren't too keen on it, and obviously we're trying to cut down on any type of food waste, so we will stick with the stuff I know they eat. I did, of course, go for the pizzas. Pizzas are a favourite in our house, so I got 4 of these pizzas and then 4 of the Chicago Town ones too. I did end up spending £160, which I thought was quite a lot of money. I was a bit shocked when I got to the till, but you'll see in a minute that Neve was doing some excellent packing skills. As soon as I started putting stuff in the trolley, she wasn't happy with the way that it was, so she came back and started organising it all. So maybe that made it look like there wasn't as much in the trolley, which is why I was so shocked. Also things like this. These crepes were £1.50 each. Usually they're in the 5 for £5 deal. In fact, this whole section is usually 5 for £5 or 3 for £3. And that did not seem to be there. So I'm not sure what happened, but all of here used to be it. There are things there for £1. As you can see, I picked up some of these for Maeve. Maybe they had just moved to a different part of the store and I didn't see on the way round. When they changed layout, obviously, it throws me off a little bit and I have to look for the bits and bobs that we usually get. I also had 2 little helpers with me today, and I say little, but Neve is taller than me now, so she's not so little. But they had those on offer. They were half price. I think it was £1.80 and they were gone within 2 days. Usually the children do not eat them. Picked up some of the buns. I did forget to pick up bread. I'm not sure how. It was right there. I think it's because I was looking at the crepes at the same time. So completely forgot to pick those up. And I only picked up baby potatoes. As the last couple of times I've had potatoes from Iceland, the bigger ones, they've not been good. So we'll give those a go and hopefully they'll be okay and they'll last. This is Sia's favourite and works out to be £1.25 when you buy the offer. Farm foods, again, a little bit cheaper. It's £1 a pack there, but they rarely have many in. We didn't pick up many fresh items as I am going to Tesco, so I'll pick those up there. We did get some peppers, bananas, and then strawberries, which Neve had to investigate to see which were the best ones. In fact, when I went in, I didn't think I was going to pick up too much. We'd gone to Home Bargains and The Range and Asda to have a look at their Christmas bits. And then I ended up doing a big shop. So it's always the way. I go in for a few items and we ended up with quite a lot. They also have a really good deal on the fridge bits, mainly on yogurts, but it does include like the chicken too in the packets, the fridge raiders. So we picked up some of these. Neve wanted these cup yogurt ones, and then we also got some of the wildlife ones as the younger children like those. They also had the dairy milk in there on offer. They did have the Lunchables included in it, and usually I'd pick them up for the kids, but I've been noticing that they're leaving half of them and they're expensive anyway for what they are. So a bit later on we pick up the crackers and then they can just add their own cheese and ham to it and it will save quite a lot of money. We ended up getting 4 of those chicken bites, 2 in each flavour, so that's only 12 packets. Most of the children eat that. The great thing about this offer is they have the jelly in there, They have the yogurts that the babies prefer and ones for the older children like the dairy milk and the air rolls. And they're all only £1 a pack when they're on the offer, which is much cheaper than everywhere else. Again, with the fruit juice, it's 5 for £5, so it's only £1 for all of those. We ended up with 4 of the orange juice and then 1 of the apple and mango. Mark goes through so much pure orange juice. The children also drink it, and then Neve likes the apple juice. Even with the other stores with the own branded, it works out to be much more than £1 a carton, so that's a bit of a saving for me. They have all of this Cathedral City, there's so much choice there, and TGI Fridays. They also have the Greg stuff, and I'm sure I haven't seen those brands in any of the other stores, so I think that they could be exclusive to Iceland. They also have all of this party food, and this is all £1. There's quite a lot here, more than I expected. I was going to pick these up, but the Christmas trees do seem a little bit small, so I think it would work out a bit better to get the bigger packets for us. But they still seem quite fun. Plus, there's so many other things in that pound range. And again, I'm sure I've not seen that before, so I don't know if it's just been brought out. They do often have snacky foods like that for £1, but not freehold freezers like they did there. Back to the 5 for £5 and chicken, the children's favourite. We also got the cheese strings, they're 3 for £5, and I wasn't too keen on picking those up, but my little helpers assured me that we really needed to get some cheese strings, so I did end up with 3 packs of those. Those ones there were open, so I had to put those back and swap them out. I needed something else for the 5 for £5, so I just ended up picking up a pack of the chicken too, so it evened it out. I think I did the deal 4 times in the end, which is quite good as I got a lot of items, and I do think their fridge offers that often really rivals farm foods and the deals that they have on. Pepperonis, again, this was for the children. Got 2 packs of those, one of the normal ones and then one of the spicy ones. Not too keen on getting those, but the children really like them. Here is the 3 for £5 on the party food, and the mozzarella sticks in this. The children absolutely love them, so I try and pick them up every single time that we go. But again, they have quite a lot of choice here, so there's like 2-3 freezers full, and it's all 3 for £5. Then they also have all of the party platters. They also have lots of desserts for Christmas. I'll show you those in a minute, but they've got so many different things there. Of course, I had to pick up the cakes, but they are £1.50 a pack. They seem to dip in and out of the 5 for £5 offer, and I think that would be because then they can't say they're putting on a sale if they're consistently that price. But then again, they do it with the 8 for £10. So I'm not sure why they pull them in and out. Next up is the 3 for £10 on chicken. We always pick these up when we go. They're really good for a lunch. You can make them into a dinner. You can throw them in a wrap or have them on their own. And the children really like them. Like everything, they like different ones. So I picked up some of those chili hot wave ones. We've not tried them before, but I'm sure that the boys will like them as they like spice, and that's why I got 2 of the hot and spicy. Then I also picked up some of the southern fried ones, as the younger children, they don't like the spicy ones, but instead of doing the 3 for £10, I went for the bigger value pack. So I think it's £5.95 for that, but obviously you get more in the bag. And if I wasn't buying different types of flavours, then it'd probably work out better to do those bags for all of them. Next up is crisps. We go through a lot of crisps. We already got the Walkers. The younger children prefer these Golden Wonders. Then some of the children like the onion rings. We've got 2 packs of those too. And then we also picked up some Skips. I had also promised the girls that I could pick up some Pringles for them. They wanted to get them while we were in Asda, but I didn't want to carry it across with us, so I just picked them up there. I still keep hoping they might go down to £1 on offer like they used to, but I think that's just it now, and the price is always going to be above £1.50. Here are some of the Christmas puddings. So there's that melting snowman one there. Then they have the chocolate orange log. That looks quite good too. And of course, they also have the Christmas cheesecakes. They did also have some of the galaxy ones too, which to me looks like they're other cheesecakes just in different packaging, but maybe not. I'm not sure. There was two different types of those. Here they are, and they look quite nice as well. I think these ones were £10 each for those. And then they also have, is it the profiteroles in Galaxy also? I just went for this, the chocolate fudge cake and then a cheesecake, as even though they are smaller, again, the children like different things and it gives them all a piece of those. Although I do think closer to Christmas, we might try the snowman and the chocolate orange cake. Fish fingers, pick those ones up. The kids really like those ones from Iceland, like the Iceland own brand ones. Usually they have the Young's ones from Fan Foods, but they do like those ones. Neve had those potato pups at a friend's, so she asked if we could pick those up. And then I also got 2 bags of these southern fried chips. I'm really trying to make my own sides at the moment because it's really easy to do. It takes a little while to cook, but really the prep time isn't that much at all, and the children really prefer them. Again, I can't remember the last time that I picked up a lasagna, like a made up lasagna, but everyone's been poorly and we are just trying to go for quick and convenient meals where we can. Potato waffles are Kiva's favourite at the moment, her favourite side, and I can't quite make those, so I picked some of those up for her. That will be for lunches, probably when the kids are at school, as older children aren't too keen on them. And then I did pick up some Alpha Bites too. Again, they will be for a lunch for the younger children. This was the sale freezer. So they had these hash browns in there. I didn't get those. I did pick up some of these baby sharks, as Maeve loves baby shark. And they actually went through the till at £1. The guy was saying when he scanned them through that they were even cheaper. So instead of being £1.25, it would save me an extra 50p on them. They had all of these different types of prawns. Then they also had pizzas in there. Quite a lot of pizzas actually. And then some peas as well. Oh, and they also had the Halloween pudding in there. I think that was half price, so it was still £3.50. So I didn't pick that up. Again, the children, as soon as they see the green and things like that, they're not too keen on it, even though it's obviously themed for Halloween. They just don't want to eat it if it doesn't look good. Then they had all of these My Protein meals. I've not seen those before. There's 2 full freezers of those with lots of options. I also picked up 2 lots of the noodles, as it's really good for a weekend lunch for the children. They would eat them every single day if they could. But they're a good lunch for the weekend, as they all get up at different times. Some of them go out with their friends, some of them go off to football or activities. So it's a lunch I can stage and I can just throw them on. It takes a few minutes. And it makes them happy too. Next up are the ice creams, and Neve wanted some of the choc ices. Again, I remember when these used to be like 80p. It doesn't seem that long ago, and now they're more than double. She also wanted some of those bubblegum ones, so we got those. Although I did think those digestive ones and the Jaffa cake ones, they looked really good. And then they also had these honeycomb majestic ones. I've not seen those before. And of course, I had to pick these up for Sia. By this point, we were nearly done. I had to have a look at the sale items, as I always do. And they had quite a lot there, but nothing that really took our fancy. We did end up picking up a few more bits. We got some chocolates, like some of the Iceland own chocolates. And I hadn't realised how small they were. So once we got them out the packet, they were absolutely tiny. But that actually works out better for the younger children, and they were only £1, which is a bargain. I do think we got quite a lot for the money. It didn't look like it when it was in the trolley, but that was because Neve did such a good job at packing it up. And once we got it home and put it away, there was so much there. Plus, a lot of it is branded stuff, and we don't usually buy branded stuff, but that's usually what's included in the offers at Iceland. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you made it this far, especially so.